Hooray! I made it to week 10 alive. I want to introduce to you this grasshopper that's on the hood of my car, and I left it some spinach because it's a 30 or 15 minute drive here, but because of construction that is always happening on East Kellogg, I was driving slow. I left the house. As I was exiting, it just jumped on the hood of my car. And I was like, wait a minute. As I started playing music, why do I take everything as a sign? I looked up what the symbolism for the grasshopper is. It often represents good luck, abundance, and spiritual guidance, but it can also signify challenges, disturbances, or even negative thoughts. I love the library. There's no one that interrupts me when I'm here. I'm able to think clearly. My thoughts just continue to flow like this. Is it dancing? Or it might be the wind. I don't know. The grasshopper's dancing. Yesterday, after second break while I was at work, I went to go ground myself outside. I took my shoes off and I took my socks off and I put my feet on the grass. During the whole time that I was sitting there, staring into the clouds and into the clear sky, because it was cloudy on one side and clear on the other side of the field, because there's nothing in front of the warehouse. It's just a field, and it was very green. But as I was just staring out into nothing but listening to music and imagining myself performing, I didn't realize that I had a toad sitting next to me the whole time that I was just vibing. I was listening to music and staring off into nothing, and when I got up, because I had to go back inside, a toad jumped. And I didn't jump. I didn't think of it as bad. I like seeing toads. I love animals. Week 10 was something else. It did calm down. I've been praying so hard for people to leave me alone. I will share that I did have 2 episodes of sleep paralysis. I had sleep paralysis on a Tuesday morning and on a Thursday morning. I felt I was under attack, so I tried my best to do as much as possible to get it off me. I shook it off, and then I kept fighting, and I couldn't fight it, like punching it, but I tried to get up and I couldn't. It just held me down, and I was so annoyed and terrified and angry. Not terrified, I was angry. But the first one was rough. Why is there a fly in here? I was able to beat that thing. The sleep paralysis was something that I've never experienced, and I don't ever want it to happen again. What I did do was play Psalms 91 as I put salt around my windowsill and on my doorway and all windows. And I wrote a note. I wrote a note on a piece of paper and I put it on my butt because that's where the freaking thing was on. And I just put demons ain't shit in Latin. And I said, God is better than you. And I put my Archangel Michael's sigil that is online, because I really don't know. I just Googled it. I drew the Archangel Michael sigil on the paper. And by act of the Holy Spirit, I'm not joking now, it left me alone, because you can't mess with me, man. Like, I'm with God, like I'm on his side, like you can't mess with me. And I'm trying to do good in the world. I want to have a good life. By having a good life, it starts with changing your mindset, and it starts with thinking positively. I did start week 10 I wrote down what I did. So I did a Lionsgate portal list because Alexi Gigi said so, and I obeyed. I wrote it on here. I did a Lionsgate portal list because Alexi Gigi 444 said it, and I did it. I really like her. She's so cute, and she's so adorable with how good her energy is. Like, she just seems so genuine. Also, I went to the public library. Surprise, I'm over here again. I went to the public library and I checked out 4 books. I checked out the book Saved by a Song by Mary Gauthier, O'Neill's Music of Ireland by James O'Neill. I love Irish music. Poem collections by Merwin, which I have in here. I did bring them, except I didn't bring the Irish book. I brought this one though, the Merwin collection. Also songs of the 80s. I checked out 2 books that were music related. I couldn't find the book that I saw months ago. It was the song book for the musical Fame, where Irene Cara stars in. And I also saw the book Newsies, the songbook for the musical that I saw a week prior. Exactly a week prior, when I went to the public library. I saw the book, the Newsies, the songbook. And I went, what a coincidence. At this point, nothing is coincidence. It's just meant to happen. Also, that was my artist date, going to the library, and I guess I can count this as my week 11. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is week 11. I'm recording my Tuesday check-in on a Wednesday because yesterday I worked and then I had to go get food for my mom because she just loves eating choco flan, and that's bad because she's diabetic. She actually stopped buying it because for a whole month straight she was eating them, like small slices of choco flan. And I'm just looking at her like with my arms crossed, like, girl, you know you diabetic and you are eating here like you're not. And my family still has the audacity to say, you gotta take care of your mom. What do you think I'm doing? Every time I tell her about it, she's like, leave me alone. I'm like, whatever. Oh, I wrote down on here, I feel like I won against the sleep paralysis demon, or dumb mon, because I placed a selenite underneath my pillow. I forgot to mention that. I dumped salt on my windowsill and door room entrance while playing Psalms 91. I made a note and put it on top of my butt. It worked. I was not awakened and I slept like a log and did sleep early on the 7th. And I need to read week 10 ASAP. I kept putting it off, reading week 10, and luckily I finished all my tasks yesterday night. Late, but I finished them. Also, I started making a list of songs that I could sing when I decide to perform live again. I'm not sure when that'll be. I did get an offer to sing live, but I haven't gotten any reply back to what song they want me to sing. I want to sing in Spanish. Yes, I make music in English, but I sing live in Spanish. When I sang in English at a Hispanic event, they're like, ¿Qué está haciendo? ¿Eso qué? I don't care, I still sang it. I also took the workaholism quiz. I have trouble pronouncing that word. Workaholism. The workaholism quiz. I can't say it. But there were so many questions on there. There were 20. But most of my answers I answered as never. Like, I don't allow work to now that I'm thinking about it, I'm lying. I wasn't truthful. I'm sorry, Miss Cameron. In the past, I've let work just overtake me and not allow myself to indulge into making music, but I've done it here and there. Not as consistent as I should have been, but I've been trying my best to get back into the groove and just not allow work or anyone else. I'm trying to not let anything stop me now. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I did task number 1 for week 10 a couple of times because I didn't understand. Task 1 was called the deadlines. I had to take a piece of paper, cut 7 small strips from it. On each strip, I had to write one of the following words: alcohol, drugs, sex, work, money, food, and family and friends. And I often pulled the food strip. And I'm like, damn, something's trying to tell me that I gotta lose some weight. Probably about 3 or 4 times I pulled that one, and work was about 3 times that I pulled it out of the envelope. So work and food have been my issues. This book just knows me. Like, I pulled more of those topics, and I did write a lot about them. I've calmed down on energy drinks. I used to drink so many energy drinks, maybe like 6 a week, because I would work, I would get up at 3 a.m., go to work at 4 a.m., get off at 3, but then wouldn't go to sleep until 8 or 9. So I wouldn't get much sleep. And so I was dragging my feet the next morning. But even then, like, I was so hyper and I was so manic. Oh my gosh, this stupid thing, this thumbs up. That's not something that you can thumbs up for. At that point, I didn't know that I was bipolar at that point. I was just so happy for no reason. I was happy at like 4 in the morning. Even there was a guy who used to work there, and his name was Darren, and he was like, girl, why are you so happy? It's 4 in the morning. It's 6 in the morning, because he would get there at 6 and I would get there at 4. But I was so happy to see him, genuinely, not because I was manic, but people were often telling me, like, you're so happy. Like, they were bothered that I was so happy. Imagine being so bitter. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, I was just being happy and vibing, and people just hated seeing me smiling. I'd count or used to count how many calories each snack had. I'd rarely take lunch to work and just rely on snacks. The calories from snacks would be more than the actual nourishing foods I'd eat. I'd never make the time for lunch. So I would not make my lunch. I didn't want to make it. I just wanted to get through the day. I used to gulp down Mrs. Freshley's chocolate snack cakes. Those were amazing. Number 5. Because my mom is diabetic, I am going to eat in moderation and avoid greasy foods high in carbohydrates. I'm doing better. I have my ginger tea. I do consume Herbalife, and that's a product that I've been consuming at first against my will, because my mom wanted me to consume Herbalife, and I was like, I don't know what this is, and I don't trust it. Just because you like it doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. And that was me at 12 years old, mind you. I had an attitude since I was born, and I got it from my mom, and she doesn't realize that I get it from her, and I think that bothers her that I'm her copy. Well, I can share the work one because I'm still working there, and I've improved my mental health while being at Amazon. So I've let it. How has it negatively impacted me? Okay, number 1. I've let it overtake my thoughts. 2, I've cared too much about pleasing management and I have stopped pleasing them to make their rates. 3, I've let it overwhelm me with if I'm gonna get fired or not. Number 4, I burned out while being in the early morning shift, the 4 a.m., 3 p.m. department for 2 years straight. That one negatively impacted me so bad that when I switched to the department that goes in at 7:30, I feel a lot better, because sleep is important. A good sleep hygiene is important. Also, can you guys understand me when my accent comes out? I had the song Pop Music by Mr. Robin Scott stuck in my head. I did it I tried to do it in his accent. My dogs started barking because they thought that there was somebody else, and my dad came out with a BB shotgun. I'm like, it's just me. I just tried to imitate Mr. Robin Scott in that song. But my dogs started barking because they're not used to me like speaking in English, and also my dad thought somebody got in the house. Number 2, I had to make a list of things that I love. I love carnations. I love music. I love caterpillars. I love cats, dogs, keyboard/piano, choirs. I love humid lawn. I love the smell of humid lawn because of Chicago. I like snow because of Chicago. I like popsicles because of Chicago. I love Miss Laura Branigan. I love her so much. I just could not leave her out of the list. I also love ABBA. I can't leave them out either. I love violins because I was listening to Irish folk songs and Irish jigs, and I was learning about the Irish musical instruments, and I love the violin or the Irish fiddle. I also love the bagpipes, the harmonica. Also it was just a video that was sharing all the musical instruments from the country, and I like Ireland a lot. And I also mentioned it in a song called Déjate llevar. It's in Spanish, and I mention Ireland, but as Irlanda in Spanish. How does it go? Oh, it goes, esta rola es pa mi raza, México, Colombia, hasta Irlanda andamos de party el fin de semana. Aquí se oye, aquí se baila hasta mañana. She came to dance with him, he came to dance with her. They both got close enough to fall in love. I plan on making the music video for that song. I really want to buy the track first, the rights to the song, and then make the music video, because I don't want to get to a certain couple of streams and then have the original producer tell me to like take it down. I also wrote that I love butterflies, dragonflies, sitting on grass. I love to talk, and I love to drive around blasting music around town. That was the second task for week 10. And then for task 3, I had to write down what is it that I'm doing, or what kind of habit or problem do I have that I need to fix. And I need to also reflect on who is and who isn't acting on my best interest. And I've been very, very wary of who I can protect my energy from. Because one, I know my parents mean well, that's what they say, but also I feel attacked when I just don't feel connected to him anymore. My mom just dismisses me all the time. Like I had told my mom, like, hey, my dad's looking at my chest. I don't like that, because I was wearing a tank top. And I felt like he was, and then he said, no, I did not look at you like that. I look at you as a daughter. But then he wasn't looking at me in the eyes. So I didn't take his apology. So we're still not talking. It's been 2 months. My mom telling me that it's my fault that I continued to work injured, and that's why the people at work treat me the way that they are treating me. And also telling me that she doesn't care about how I feel now, even though she asked me that same day, like, hey, do you want to talk? Do you want to have a conversation about things that are troubling you? So I ignored her. I ignored that question. I went to my room. I came back out, and I was in the mood. I got annoyed when she asked that question. Like, girl, you couldn't do that when I was a child. And I told her, like, listen, I'm mad because as a child she just didn't care enough to encourage me to continue playing piano. And like, as a kid, you want encouragement from the people you love, especially like your mom or your dad. And she's just like, nah, like, I don't feel bad for what I did. I did what I could, and what I expected you was to be grateful as a kid. And I'm like, okay, well, if you wanted me to share with you what's troubling me, and then you get mad when I do, don't ask me to do that. Like, this is why I told her, like, this is why I don't talk to you. This is why I don't feel close to you, because obviously you're going to treat other people differently and better than you treat me and you talk to me. And other people don't see that. They see you as this angel sent from heaven, and I see you like as this troubled person, because that's what she is. My mom is troubled because she's still with a man that like hurt her for like many years. I just don't understand. Like, if you're gonna ask me what's troubling me, listen. Like, actually listen. Don't criticize me for like the stuff that I wish she could have done. This is why I don't talk to my mom. This is why I don't try to have a conversation with her. I don't want to be near her right now. I don't want this is why I'm at the library, because I find some peace with myself here. And I feel really good listening to music. I love listening to Miss Laura Branigan. I find so much comfort in her music. That's why like I sometimes fall asleep to her music and I feel so good. I just feel warm. What do you think might be a problem for task 3 for week 10? I said, I like discipline. I think I overthink if I should get up once the alarm goes off. I'm doing better not browsing TikTok or doom scrolling. What do I plan to do about the habit or problem? I told myself I will wake up and get up as soon as I hear the alarm go off, and I will not hesitate to act on what needs to be done. That is becoming true, honestly. Yesterday, I had so much to do while at work. It all just piled up, and because I had to fix my schedule at work because I'm going back to flex part-time, reduced time or whatever. My workers' comp time adjusted because I'm gonna have physical therapy next week. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for that for so long. I had to message my case manager. I said, ma'am, please, please, for the love of God, if I tell you, I authorize you through email, will that be good? Because she wanted me to mail her the documents where I signed that she's authorized to get information from the clinic. And I'm like, ma'am, please just take this email as a form of a valid document, because I've been waiting for physical therapy for months. The safety team at Amazon did not submit the claim on the 9th when it happened. They submitted that thing weeks later. And like, how do you not expect me to get mad and have an attitude? Just because y'all are not in pain doesn't mean that it doesn't need to get done. Whatever, it's happening. It's gonna happen next week, and I'm so excited because I'm still in pain. It's not as bad as it used to be because I've been walking a lot at work. I feel like the downside of not showing the pain is that people think that you're faking the injury. I'm able to tolerate the pain. It's just getting backstabbed hurts a lot more. For week 10, I don't think I did anything super creative, but I did try to continue working on a song. You know, doing the artist way has really like legit helped me unblock whatever creative block I had, because I started producing songs again. Oh, the grasshopper left. The artist way has helped me come up with new songs. I came up with a tune during the week 10. This is what it sounds like. This is a little bit of it.
Sounds nice.
Bruh, stop. The grasshopper didn't leave. It's right here. Look at how big it is. It's so huge. That's a big boy. Look at it. It's so cute. So that's the one that I came up with, and I was so surprised. I frowned at myself. I was like, I did not just come up with that, because it sounds so haunting. I thought, but this sounds like a funeral song. Like, I feel like if it sounds like a funeral song, something in my life is ending, and it could be my job, because I feel like they're trying to get rid of me. They're trying to make up an excuse to fire me. Or maybe it's just the fact that I cut some people off, or that I'm starting a new chapter in my life where it's just focused on all creative and where it's just focused on creativity. Like in college, this fall semester of 2025, I'm only going to have creative classes: acting, tap dance, oral skills, piano, and vocal lessons, as well as choir. And I've never had that. I'm completely overwhelmed and super excited as to what life will be like being surrounded by like-minded people. And I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to learn from my classmates and learn from my professors and learn and still continue to learn from life, because looking at life in a spiritual way has been so fulfilling that at this point, like, I know I'm gonna struggle financially, because I will be working less and I will be more focused on my creativity. But I really don't care. Like, I feel like I'll still be covered. Like, yes, I'll struggle a little bit, but it's not gonna be as hard. If I could get through college for business administration, something I didn't want to do and I felt miserable, but I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from doing what I didn't want to do and needed to finish. But I gained a lot. I gained a lot of wisdom and also a lot of belief in myself. So I can get through this. I can pull through. I am really, really excited about what life will bring, and I'm starting week 11 today, Wednesday, and my first, I guess, synchronicity you can say is the grasshopper, because what do you mean just jumps on the hood of my car. And I live on the south side of Wichita, and it stayed on the on the hood of my car to downtown Wichita. It's not a long drive, but the wind is like blowing, and it could have been blown off by the wind too. So I guess I could say the synchronicity was the grasshopper. And week 10 ended yesterday, so week 11 ends on the 19th, next Tuesday, and I will be in college. I will be in college. I will be in college studying music, what I've been yearning for. I used to yearn for the urn, but now I'm yearning for the music. I'm so excited to finally study what I've been wanting to do for so long and learn about the notes, the rhythm, the cadence, the vocals. I want to study so hard and so bad. And I told myself, hold on, let me read the bottom line, because that's task 4 for week 10. For week 10, I wrote, bottom line, I will no longer sleep late. I'm not staying up late past 8:30 p.m. 9 p.m. is late for me. I will go to sleep at 8 p.m. I will not postpone creative endeavors. Bottom line. Bottom line, I will play the keyboard for 30 minutes max. Whoa. I will play the keyboard 30 minutes max. At home and at college, I will play until I learn it. Because I have the tendency to, if I'm not understanding a piece of music, the thing that I will do is that I will do it until I get it right. And that's the same with when I'm producing something on Logic Pro X. I won't stop until I feel satisfied with those notes. Like, for example, the guitar that I just showed you a while ago, that was a mistake. I accidentally went down a note instead of keeping it up, but I was happy with it. Sometimes mistakes are happy. Sometimes you make happy mistakes. Thank you, Mr. Bob Ross. And then bottom line, I will arrive to class on time, an hour before. My class starts at 8:30 a.m. and I want to be there at least at 7 a.m. And so that means I will have to wake up at 5. Bottom line, I will arrive at work on time, 30 minutes to an hour before. But work will always come last. So I've not been doing well in arriving to work early. And that I need to work on because I still need the job. I mean, I could get fired and just withdraw from my 401k, sell candles, because that's what I plan to do. At this point, I can just take on anything. Like, it'll be all right. Bottom line, I will make candles. Oh, I did write about this. Bottom line, I will make candles and sell them locally and online to pay for expenses and expand the business. I want to carry on with the idea that I had of selling candles, and I love flowers. So of course I'm gonna make candles that smell like flowers. The molds that I got are roses, so I don't know how I'm gonna make a jasmine scented rose. It's possible. Anything's possible in life, you just have to believe. Also, I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies, and yesterday the toad, now the grasshopper, and yesterday I saw a butterfly too. It was a monarch butterfly. I like insects. I guess I get that from Pokemon. By the way, speaking of Pokemon, I'm thinking of going to Collecticon Kansas City for the 22nd and or 23rd, but probably just Sunday, because on Sundays they'll have a panel and I just want to listen to Miss Veronica Taylor and Miss Erica Schroeder speak. I don't know if they'll have a panel together because they haven't uploaded the panel. Collecticon, you need to get it together. Please upload the panel beforehand so we know what's up with the times. Because the last convention that I went to was PokeFest, but that was more like a trade show. It didn't have any voice actors, which was criminal in its entirety. What do you mean you're gonna advertise that there are gonna be special guests and you don't bring anyone? I'm hoping that I get to meet Miss Veronica Taylor on Sunday the 23rd, because I've been wanting to meet her for like the longest time, since I was a kid, when I was first starting to learn English. And I don't know, I just consider all my favorite voice actors from that show to be like my mentors, and it's because of them that I'm like so creative. And I'm hoping she does make it. Hopefully it happens. If not, then I will just try to catch her in a different... I did not just say catch her. I'm so sorry. That was not intended. I meant to say that I will hopefully meet her at another time, at another event. My Artist Way journey on June 3rd, I will be finishing it on August 26th. That's a Tuesday for 2025. If I went through sleep paralysis because of how much stress I've been in, and like people just betraying me and like being unkind to me when I've always meant well. I just don't understand why people have the need to hurt other people. It just doesn't make any sense. But I don't know, people are rude. Unhealed people need to do better. At least fake that you're being nice. Well, she did, but I just feel used by that person. I will never ever talk to that person again. Matter of fact, I removed myself from the space that she was in. Act your age, man. Please act your age. Please act your age so that I don't rage. And by the way, I'm learning Swedish still. Yeah, I've been learning Swedish. I can say some things like jag heter Gloria Martin. Trevligt att träffas. Oh, what else? Today's Wednesday, so it's onsdag, right? So it's måndag, tisdag, onsdag, torsdag, fredag, lördag, and söndag, right? I'm trying my best to learn as much Swedish as possible. I just love it. I just love to speak it.